What's up, guys? We are back again with the brand new balance changes in Clash Royale. Giant Graveyard was already a top ladder deck, and it was incredibly easy to play. But now, it's more no skill than ever, and super unfair. Giant got a 4% HP buff, so it's going to stay alive longer when you go for Giant Graveyards as the river. That means more skeletons are going to be able to swarm your opponent's towers and do a lot more damage. Mini Pekka got a 6% hit speed buff, so now it attacks faster than ever, making sure you can reliably shut down Hog Riders and Ram Riders, and Musketeer fires 9% faster. These are massive buffs, and I feel like having 3 cards buffed to this extent in one deck that was already good and played at top ladder is pretty ridiculous. Essentially, how this deck is played is you go for Giant Graveyards on offense, you drop the Giant at the river, you immediately go in for a Graveyard, and then you arrow and snowball away any troops that they drop on defense. So if they've got Graveyard counters like Dark Goblin, Goblin King, or Skeleton Army, there's no chance they ever defend. If they do, they're not going to be able to break through the Skeleton Army and Bats on your side defending your tower. So as you guys can see, it's a super simple strategy that's really strong. Because I haven't leveled up most of the deck yet, let's go jump straight some games in Grand Challenge and assert dominance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of the daily videos. And a huge thanks to everyone that's using credit code SirTag to support the channel. All right, we got a game against Jesus. What's going on, my dude? First things first, I'm just going to Giant Snowball your tower. I'm going to show you that I don't care about my elixir. It doesn't matter to me. Are you serious? So, drops the Barbarrel on a Snowball. He's going to have 2 small spells, but neither of them are going to be in cycle right now. This is exactly the way we want to play Clash Royale. I mean, this is not really the way that I want to be playing Clash Royale, but this is the way that we want to win with this deck. Your opponent doesn't end up having that many spells. You go for the Giant, it tanks for the Graveyard, and you're like,
Hey, are you running a card that got nerfed? You're running Balloon, you wild child.
so I'm able to snowball back the Musketeer, slow down the tower, and get way more damage. That Giant is staying alive forever. Are you kidding me right now? I feel like the buff was a little bit too strong. Like that card should have died ages ago. But it doesn't matter what I think. It's popping off and doing mad damage. So remember, no Barbarrel. I can just go in for this. You're not going to drop the Barbarrel in time. Maybe you can just go for a Snowball, but then I can arrow on top of the balloon. I think that we shut it down with no damage. You missed Bury the Bat, and you definitely missed all of those skeletons too. Wow, wow. Okay, all right, but you're not missing that damage, bro. Oh, I feel like an evil person right now.
I feel like a sinister sir.
If I can go for Giant Graveyards at the river and no one can stop me, why is the most no-skill deck in the game strong now? I don't know. I feel like I'm becoming more insane as the game goes on, guys. We're slowly evolving from Jaker to Joker, and I'm going to keep spamming stuff at the river because this is how we play Clash Royale now. We're going to go for Musketeer, hopefully try to snipe the bomb tower. It did not happen. So he was a more sly sir than I anticipated, but still in this position, right? Like, you go for the Barbarrel, it will maybe kill the Musketeer, but I'm chilling, man. Our Musketeer is able to do enough damage because now you're not going to have anything besides Balloon, right? Like, your Balloon is your sole win condition. Barbarrel is out of cycle. I wonder if the Skeleton Army is still going to give us any value.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me.
Oh, if I just delayed it a little bit longer right now, I'm telling you guys, if I didn't mess it up, we would have been vibing on a different level. Sometimes you can make misplays. Sometimes you're just like, oh, I could have played that better. But a lot of times you look at the game and you're like, oh, I've got a Musketeer. Is it going to fire fast enough? No, it doesn't. Oh, that would have been beautiful. That would have been sensational. But I guess I can Giant Graveyard at the river and not care. Is that a play? Is that a strategy now where we just, you know, meander our way through going for Graveyards on the other side because it doesn't matter if you have no Barbarrel and Musketeer to shut down the skeleton, so I'm just going to do that instead. Rather going for a Mini Pekka here, we snag that tower on the right-hand side. I wonder if I can prevent all damage. If I follow up with a Snowball and then arrows, oh, is this going to do him dirty? Let's go!
Perfect!
That's what I'm talking about, baby! It didn't matter at all, because if you look at it, I've got Giant Graveyard, I would just Giant in the pocket, and I would walk away with the win, but it's a little bit more fun to play it this way. It's a bit more memey and dreamy. So Musketeer is going to be able to shut down the rest of his stuff. He already dropped his miner. Doesn't matter if you Snowball. I don't care. We go in for a Giant. We go in for the Graveyard. And we walk away with a glorious and dominant W. Very fun win here. Totally didn't expect this guy to play that well at the end. But, you know, it is what it is. It be how it be. Wait, this is way closer than I thought it would be. This is way closer than I thought it would be. That Musketeer did a ton of damage to my 3 crown. Wow. I didn't realize how strong Musketeer was right now. I thought I could ignore that thing, but apparently it gets a lot of shots off. So I've been surprised multiple times. First off, the Giant Graveyard push at the very start of the game doing way too much damage because the Giant stayed alive forever. And then the Musketeer at the end almost took my 3 crown when I thought I could just ignore it. I'm so used to Musketeer being a trash card, but apparently she got recycled into something way better.
Hey, settle down. Take it easy. What the
the scallop. I'm a goofy goober.
The very first game of the day was incredibly surprising for me. I did not expect to take that much damage and do that much damage. I feel like we have destructive firepower on the tips of our fingers at every single push. Whether we want to lose our tower or take a tower, that's how this deck does. It just does a lot of stuff fast.
Oh, great.
So we're going to Giant Graveyard. This is how Clash Royale was intended to be played. You drop your Giant at the river, you make your opponent shiver, and you deliver all the damage. Look at the skeleton swarming him. He's going to go for a cannon cart. He drops a Goblin Cage. That's a ton of elixir he invested. So stupid. That's actually just dumb. Is this how every game's gonna go? Like, we just take a tower at the first push, and then we're like, yay, we did something. For all intents and purposes, if this guy doesn't have a massive amount of spam right now, and he doesn't go for like a graveyard and takes my tower, he will lose the game. So all we have to do is defend this, and we walk with a win. Yeah. No, this game is gonna be really boring. He's just gonna throw more graveyards at me for the rest of the time, and it will never break through. Unlike a balloon, which you can maybe do a lot of damage with, the graveyard, I know I can shut it down with arrows or snowball if it ever gets dicey because I can clean it up really quickly, so it's not going to be an issue here. Musketeer legitimately feels unfair in this deck. Its defense is rock solid because it fires faster than I've ever seen it fire before. All right, let's get into this one. Let's see what's up. First things first, you guys already know, I want to arrow that tower and declare my dominance.
How dare you?
Let's see how infatuated you are. Start spamming stuff at the river. Though, I'm not really enticing this man, apparently. He just wants to go in for a bandit in the back. Oh, there it is! That's what I'm talking about, sir. Though, I'm wondering if it's better for me to go for the mini pekka. It probably is, right? If I can kill the bandit fast and furious, and I can get a decent counter push rolling through, it's definitely a vibe. Ram Rider coming through, too. Yo, that Ram Rider's going to get devoured. It's literally going to get shredded here, right? No way does that thing pop off on me. Musketeer putting in so much work now. It's absurd. I'm not going to stop saying that for the rest of the video. You guys are just going to have a broken record here. I didn't realize how strong Musketeer was right now. I thought I could Musketeer in a trash card, but apparently she got Musketeer legitimately feels unfair. It just feels way too strong. I'm going to go in for a skeleton army on the other side because we already saw the snowball coming down from our opponent. Maybe he'll have Electro Spirit or something. That's what I'm hoping he doesn't have. If he's going to bandit instead, I wonder if the bandit just straight up dies to the skeleton army. That is the saddest bandit. Saddest bandit I've ever seen. Well, maybe it's not even the saddest bandit. It loses an S in there, and it's the saddest. There's the saddest bandit? What did I say before? I'm trying to mimic what I said last time, but I don't even know, guys. That bandit was so sad that it lost a letter. Maybe we can go in for a graveyard here and potentially follow up with arrows, depending on what happens. When you fireball like that, does it give you anything or no? Like, I'm pretty sure if you fireball on top of the Musketeer, you need to spend more elixir. And then I can snowball to slow down the queen and make sure that she's an incredibly intolerable queen. She's going to die there. She's not able to tolerate those skeletons any longer. And she gets shipped off and sent to the Shadow Realm.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
If I go for the mini pekka now, that's probably pretty bad for me, right? I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a memer, but there's a high probability that it just goes like Ram Rider Snowball on top of my skeleton army and I look like an idiot. And I don't have any bounce back effect because I don't have Snowball anymore. So that could be miserable. Oh, are you serious? You give up? I think he gave up. I think he doesn't want to play the game anymore. I guess this is what this deck does to people. Play Giant Graveyard. Collect free wins. Make your opponent rage quit. Either you 3-crown them early on, you end up taking the tower with your first push, or they leave the game because they don't want to play against the deck anymore. It's a beautiful sequence of events, all orchestrated by the Clash Royale buffs. Thank you, Clash Royale team, for making this experience so easy for me. All right, we are on to the next one. Hoo-hoo is his clan. Hoo-hoo! Yo, are you an owl? What you doing out here, man? I'm going to go in for a snowball, just vibe and see what's up. Usually with Giant Graveyard, you can just do whatever you want. You pick a card, you drop it, you're probably going to get a good transaction. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's roll the roulette and go for 10 elixir at the river. Exactly, as Clash Royale intended. Let's see how well this works. 9 times out of 10, we probably get a decent trade. This is maybe one of the few situations that it doesn't work out well, and we still did 1,000 damage to the tower. So, you know what? I'll take that trade. Let's get it, baby. So, likely going to be a Logbait deck. Oh, for playing against Logbait, this is totally a vibe. Let's go. Let's see if Musketeer is able to fully counter the Valkyrie. If that happens, that'd be ridiculous right now. Let's go. Shutting it down with guards too, and now the guards are out of cycle. You can't even guard your tower with guards and Valkyrie, right? Like, he was smart. He dropped the guards immediately on top of the giant because he's like,
Okay, I'm playing against someone that's running Giant Graveyard. If I drop my guards on top of the defensive tower and I drop it there,
what happens? No. Yeah, get wrecked. Yes, sir. Pro plays. Dropping a snowball on Electric Spirit. Kappa. The only reason I did that is because I didn't want to chain on everything. But he was smart dropping the guards on top of the giant originally because he didn't want me to arrow on top of the tower. He's like,
okay, you're going to arrow on top of my guards, you're going to arrow on top of my tower, and then the Valkyrie just goes and doesn't do anything. It goes towards my opponent's tower.
So he would play that really intelligently. I just wanted to highlight that because most people that you guys play against probably won't know that interaction. Most people will not know how to play the deck, and then they'll drop their guards and you'll arrow it and you'll take the tower. And then the Valkyrie will go into bats or skeleton army or mini pack and you'll get a juicy positive elixir trade. So I want to be transparent with you guys about that. Whenever you get the chance, that is a good decision. Oh, that arrows though. Oh, is that going to be enough to kill the Valkyrie? Ooh, that's not good. Okay, I'm just making a lot of random noises today. Whether it's this guy's clan or that woo, I don't know. That's what we do. All right, so usually it's better for us to get a mini packet down to finish off the princess because it's going to be able to bait out, let's just say, like guards here, and then he won't have that in cycle for the giant graveyard. So I'm vibing with it. We're in a giant graveyard right now. You don't have Electric Spirit, I don't think. Maybe you're back to it. I hope not, right? If we get a Valkyrie every time, we just snowball it, we bounce it back, we get it away from the skeletons, all the skeletons start to lock onto the tower, and we guarantee that we get value from that almost every single transaction. It's pretty ridiculous how well this works, but I will vibe with it, sir. So I'm going to arrow. I don't love doing this, but this is one of those moments where I'm like, I just can't afford to eat the damage. I should also start to predict when he decides to go in. He's going to guards. Great decision to do it there. I'm going to snowball.
Wait, that's illegal.
I'm not going to go for a graveyard immediately. Oh, wow. He's played aggressive with the Inferno Towers. That was a smart decision, too. Very good player. Maybe he's even better than me. I don't know. Sometimes you play against people better than you, and you're like, wow, you know, we got to step up our game, or we just got a giant graveyard harder. Maybe one of those shouldn't be allowed, but that's how we play the game. I'm in a giant graveyard soon. Musketeer isn't able to do enough damage to break through that, right? So I think, ooh, with the log, this is bad. This is actually a little bit bad for me. I'm going to skeleton army here. I'm going to arrow on top of the guards, maybe. We'll see how well this works. I should have arrowed on top of the Electric Spirit. That really was bad for me. Oh my gosh, I could lose against this guy. He's playing so much better than me. He's just a better player.
You're flattering me.
It happens though, right? Sometimes you just aren't better than the person that you play against. We'll see if we're able to pull this one out. I mean, I do have giant graveyard after all. Let's see if the comeback is going to be in my favor when I don't deserve it. We're going to go for the graveyard. The bats will probably tank for the Inferno Tower immediately. I'm going to snowball on top of the Valkyrie again. Oh, he even drops her far enough away. Oh my gosh, he's playing this so well. He's playing this so well, though.
Bruh.
Oh, the Musketeer was terrible. I don't know why I did that. It is what it is. We're just going to say that that was bad. That was slightly off to the left, so I can skeleton army instead of going for arrows. I wonder if this is worth it, because now you can't go in for a princess at the river. It would go into skeletons instead, so that's the reason why I did that. Felt like a good decision in the moment. Let's see if it pans out perfectly. The graveyard's coming through. The skeletons are swarming the tower. The snowball has to push the Valkyrie back. Why are we getting no skeletons spawning on the left-hand side? Oh, doesn't matter. You can win even when your opponent's better than you. Feels cool. All right, we'll take it. On to the next one. So we just beat a log bait player when I totally didn't deserve the win. And we're going to see what else this deck has up its sleeve. It feels like it's never going to deceive me or let me down bad. It's going to make me win no matter the situation. We will thrive. We will strive. And the Musketeer is able to do some gymnastics. Looking left, looking right, and then there's no wall breaker left in sight. You love to see it, baby. Oh my gosh, the prince that can now jump the river. Did you guys believe that princes could fly? My mama always said, believe in yourself. No matter what you want to do in life, you can make it happen. And this prince is living, breathing proof. He's able to cross and just jump over the river now. But think about it. This big golden boy that is huge. I don't know how much he weighs. Probably like 300 pounds, right? With armor too, and a lance. This little tiny pony somehow is able to allow him to jump over the river. It just doesn't make sense if you think about it from that perspective. I don't know what that pony's on. I don't know how it's able to do it. But that pony is just really beefing it up. Too strong for Clash Royale standards.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour.
Too strong for the physics of this universe. Maybe we can go in for like a giant here and tank for the... Ooh, I don't know. See, this is sketchy because if I go for the giant and then he zaps on the bats... Oh, never mind. It didn't happen. We're chilling. Okay. I was like, if he zaps on the bats and then my giant just takes all the damage, I'm a little bit sad, right? Is the giant going to get tanked for? Oh, that's terrible.
What the dog doing?
Oh, why would he zap on that? What is he doing? Oh my gosh, that was bad. That was legitimately the worst play I've seen all day. Every single one of the bats was gone besides that one bat, and he had to assassinate him too. He's like, yo, bury the bat. You're going to go where all of your cousins and family went. You're not going to stay alive in this realm. Get punished, get sent over, and get destroyed, sir. Maybe we can go... Oh, do I have to do anything? I do. I should have dropped something there. Do I go for a graveyard? Because the mini pekka should be able to fire off fast enough and then tank. Oh, this is insane. He has no elixir. How are you supposed to defend this? If you go in for a prince, you're memeing. The mini pekka got a hit off on the prince. Are you joking right now? That mini pekka went down swinging out here. I wonder if he zaps this. There's a high probability that that's going to happen. I really want to see him zap the bats. Like 2 bats in part 2. Oh, that would have been too funny. I'm cheesed right now. Follow me, boys, follow me. I can go in for another giant and graveyard immediately. If the giant's tanking with 4% HP buff, this boy is going to stay alive a lot longer. And it doesn't matter if your Archer Queen is going rapid fire ability. Even if you zap on the skeletons, we are inevitable. He is snapping his fingers. He is snapping towers. And he is breaking you down. Just like the big bad wolf, sir. This deck is destructive. I'm going to arrow here. I mean, we don't even hit any of the bats, but it doesn't matter. I can giant in the middle and solve the riddle with skeletons. I wonder if I can take another tower. Let's see if we can do it. Full pedal to the metal. Oh, you ruined it. You scoundrel. Well, we still walk away with a very dominant W. If he had given us a little bit more time, like maybe 30 seconds, I would have maybe been able to 3-crown him with another giant graveyard at the pocket. You know it's bad for the game when you're not even focusing on just winning, and take other towers is like another mini game inside the game.
I am inevitable.
And thanks for watching till the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a fat thumbs up, subscribe for daily future videos, and have an awesome rest of your day.